back 1981. And I was over at a friend's house who was really into health. He said, "Want some wheatgrass, Doc?" And I said, "I couldn't imagine what you're talking about." You just say wheatgrass juice. And I had no idea that you could get juice out of wheat, let alone grass. But he turned the crank on his amazing machine. I watched him cut this long, bright emerald green grass out of a tray, and think of heaping a handful of it and put it into his little grinder, and he ground it up, and out comes this brilliant emerald green liquid. And he pours into a shot glass. It's bottoms up, Doc. And okay, I took a sip of it at first, and I liked it, much to my surprise. I could see why people don't. It's really intense, and it's really chlorophyll-y, and you taste that. But there's a sweetness to it, and there's a vitality to it. You can't get much more fresh than that. And now it isn't grass, and you can kind of taste that in there as well. But we eat grasses. The whole grain family are grasses: corn and wheat and oats. They're all in the grass family. And so here's their grass essence, if you will, being turned into a juice, and we consume it. And it does good thing for you, Doc. And when I did some reading on it, it's certainly got good things. Got magnesium in it, got chlorophyll in it. That's good. And I put it aside in my mind as one of those health food quirky kind of things that people do from time to time. And I was aware that it was part of the tapestry of the overall natural food, natural healing approach to living. Well, I was pleasantly surprised a few years ago when a couple of studies crossed my eyes. I deal with a number of patients with inflammatory bowel disease, with ulcerative colitis. And it turns out that there's been a pretty convincing study where they took quite a number of folks, about 40 people with active ulcerative colitis, bloody stools, frequent bowel movements every 20 minutes, cramps, diarrhea, the entire catastrophe of ulcerative colitis. And half the folks, they gave a half a cup of fresh wheatgrass juice every day. I believe it's for a month. And the other half drank a green placebo drink. And sure enough, the folks with the true wheatgrass bathing their intestinal membranes had marked improvement in the quality of their lives, the decreased frequency of stool, decreased bloody stools, decreased diarrhea. It really seemed to help the bowel to heal. It wasn't all that's required, and you need a whole food plant-based diet with easy to digest starches, etc. By the way, another herb that also is shown to help in that condition is turmeric. The curcumin in turmeric also seems to help folks with ulcerative colitis. If you've got that condition, drinking some wheatgrass and having some rice with a little bit of turmeric in it would be a good combination. But back to the wheatgrass. Turns out, when you really put the eye of science on it, there's a lot of things in wheatgrass that absolutely would have a beneficial effect. It is loaded with enzymes, with vitamins, with minerals, and it is brimming with antioxidants. It's kind of a fire extinguisher. It quenches free radicals, and to drink it, you're just kind of bathing the surface of the intestine with that. It's long had a reputation for helping arthritis and asthma, etc. And I'm far less skeptical now that I know what's in it, and now that I see how it seems to quell this violent inflammatory condition of ulcerative colitis. I'm not surprised that it could settle down the inflamed lungs of asthma or the sore joints or inflammatory joint disease. So I'm certainly a wheatgrass fan. It's good stuff. And if someone offers me a shot glass, I will certainly do it. Do we grow it and juice it and drink it ourselves? No, we haven't gotten to that stage yet. But once we get in our permanent home, I could definitely see doing it. And I would recommend, if you haven't tried wheatgrass, do it and get ready for an intensely green experience, but it's a good one. And if you've got a source of regular wheatgrass, a shot of that a few times a week, I think it does good things for the body in general. So count me in the column of fans of wheatgrass juice. And can you live a long, healthy life without ever without consuming wheatgrass? Sure. Could you heal ulcerative colitis without wheatgrass? Sure. But it certainly seems to have some healing properties, and so I'm certainly open to learning.